Hey, hockey fans. Welcome into another matchup preview. Pat Strong joined by the man himself, Rhett McGibbon, soon-to-be father of 7 here.
That is true.
But this time, today, we are talking about the men's Division III team closing out their fall semester. And Rhett, the Flames really have been off to a solid start, obviously winning their first 8 and catapulting himself now into the top six of the South region.
Yeah, good on head coach Jared Smith and Caleb Fitzpatrick, just the way they've prepared this team throughout the year. They've done a fantastic job. Noticeable when they took on Kennesaw State here at home. They split that weekend series, played them really tight. Kennesaw State, a team that just mopped the floor with Liberty last season. And then they headed down to Georgia, lost to them by a score of 5-3 on the road, a tough place to play. Georgia, one of those top 3 teams every single year. So you can see the evidence that this team has gotten a lot better. They've got some big bodies on the back end that can get the job done. So the D3 Flames are really just a successful first semester. And as you said, sitting 6th in the South, good on them. And that's a spot I think they can keep and even improve upon heading into next semester. And a big part of that will be the showcase that they go to at Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, and talking a little bit about what they're going to be doing next semester. I mean, obviously, the month layoff is going to be good for them. Obviously, it's good for every team, getting guys healthy and getting guys rested. But talk a little bit about what they needed to prepare for now coming into next semester, because they started getting into the meat of the schedule with Kennesaw, and obviously they played Georgia, and then, as you said, that showcase in Miami, Ohio. Like, really, their schedule's not going to get much easier from here.
No, you play Schoolcraft. You have some games in that invitational that are going to be a great measuring stick for your group. You're going to go up against some of the better teams in the ACHA, so you need to be prepared, and you have to come back early. And guys, obviously you want to be at home for a while, but that's pretty early in January. I think it's around the 13th that they play these games, so that's going to be a big series for them. And I think the big thing is just continuing to grow as a group. There's a lot of freshmen on this team as well, especially on the back end. 3 of the top 4 are all first-year Liberty students, and we'll have to see too, because the injury bug affects the whole Liberty system. So D1's injured, D2 has some guys go up. We've seen that with Wilkie and Partridge moving up. And then when they lose guys, they come up from D3. So will the D3 team lose a couple of horses on the back end? That's a big thing, because at that level, when you lose your number 1 D, it's the lack of depth might get to you a little bit. And they've got a great top 6, don't get me wrong. But if you start having to lose, your top pairing, if 2 guys go up, that's a significant loss, and that can do a lot of damage to your group. But hopefully that's not the case. And like I said, guys on the bottom end can more than make up and do their fair share. But you need your horses when the going gets tough, and when you're playing against some of these top teams up north, those guys are so integral to your system.
Yeah, and I know a thing about that, being a coach for that team a couple of years. Every semester it seemed like the D2 team had to take a couple of your blue chip players, but even more so now, let's look further ahead to kind of the end of the semester, because this team should be regional bound unless they have a catastrophic collapse at the end of the season, which I don't see happening. But talk a little bit about getting back to regionals, because it will be the first time in over 2 seasons for them getting back there, and kind of the things that they're trying to hope for, because obviously they won 1 game last time you guys were there, and now they're trying to be able to get 2 so they can make their second trip to nationals.
Well, this young core that Liberty has, going to regionals should be a given really each and every year. And last year was kind of a blip on the radar. Really, the team had the skill to get it done, and for some reason it just didn't happen. And I think this is a team that can go there, and they've got enough veterans within the group to kind of have that experience to know how to calm the nerves at the regional atmosphere. And I think they got enough young blood and guys that have played a higher end level of junior that they'll be fit right into the mesh, right? So I don't think there's going to be that much of an issue going into regionals and having to deal with nerves or anything. And this is a team I really believe that, if you get some strong goaltending out of Guzik or Pierce, they should be able to go nationally bound. I think not easily. It's never easy, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if we found out this team won 2 games and we're headed to nationals.
We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully we will be seeing them down in Texas with some other Liberty teams. But thank you, Rhett, for joining us for your insight. We want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
That's
Remember,
right.
Jesus is the reason for the season. For Rhett McGibbon, Pat Strong, thank you for tuning in.